Have you ever felt like you're still carrying the weight of other people's opinions, even when you know you shouldn't? You know, those little whispers, those raised eyebrows, or even just the unspoken expectations that seem to follow us through life, especially after 60, when you've earned the right to truly enjoy your own path. It can feel like a real burden. And you know what? You're not alone. Many of us, as we navigate this wonderful chapter of life, find ourselves still tangled in the webs of what will they think. But here's the good news, it doesn't have to be that way. In this video, we're going to explore some practical ways to gently untangle those webs and finally, truly live your best life on your terms. We'll talk about how to reclaim your personal power, redefine your priorities, and find joy in being authentically you. Let's begin with the first step, and that's understanding where those voices are coming from. Often those voices aren't actually other people's, but echoes of our own past insecurities. We've spent years, perhaps decades, trying to fit into certain molds to meet expectations set by family, friends, or even society as a whole. And those patterns, those habits of thought, can be hard to break. Think of it like a well-worn path in a garden. You've walked it so many times, it feels natural, even if it leads you in a direction you don't really want to go anymore. So the first step is simply noticing those echoes. When you feel that twinge of anxiety about what someone might think, take a moment. Ask yourself, is this really about them, or is this about me? Often you'll find it's the latter. It's about a fear of judgment, a fear of not being good enough that's been with you for a long time. Recognizing this is the first step towards letting it go. Now let's move on to the second point, and this is about redefining your personal priorities. After 60, you've likely experienced a lot of life. You've raised families, built careers, and navigated all sorts of ups and downs. This is your time to ask yourself, what truly matters to me now? Not what matters to your children, not what matters to your old colleagues, but what matters to you. What brings you joy? What gives you a sense of purpose? Maybe it's spending more time in nature, learning a new skill, or simply enjoying quiet moments with a good book. Whatever it is, prioritize it. Make it non-negotiable. This is your life, and you deserve to fill it with things that nourish your soul. This might mean saying no more often. And that's okay. Learning to say no without guilt is a powerful tool in your arsenal. It's not about being selfish, it's about being self-respectful. You've given so much to others. Now it's time to give to yourself. We're starting to see a shift, aren't we? Understanding the source of those self-imposed pressures and focusing on what truly brings you joy is the foundation for living a life less burdened by others' opinions. And now let's move on to the next part, where we'll explore even more ways to embrace your authentic self. Now that we've begun to understand where those internal voices come from and started to redefine our priorities, let's talk about another crucial step: embracing your authentic self. This might sound a little abstract, but it's really quite simple. It's about giving yourself permission to be exactly who you are without apology. You've earned the right to express yourself, to have your own opinions, and to follow your own passions. Think about the things you've always loved, those little quirks that make you unique. Maybe it's a love for vintage hats, a passion for birdwatching, or a talent for telling stories. Whatever it is, embrace it. Don't hide it away because you think it's not normal or too eccentric. Those are the things that make you, you. And they are wonderful. The world needs your unique perspective, your unique energy. So start by giving yourself permission to be you, unapologetically. Wear that hat, join that birdwatching group, tell those stories. You'll be surprised at how liberating it feels, and you might even inspire others to do the same. Now that we're feeling more comfortable in our own skin, let's move on to the next point, which is all about setting healthy boundaries. This is especially important as we get older. You've probably noticed that as time goes on, your energy becomes a precious resource. You don't have the same stamina you used to, and that's perfectly normal. This means you need to be more mindful of how you spend your time and energy. Setting boundaries is not about being rude or unhelpful. It's about protecting your peace of mind and your well-being. It's about saying, I love you, but I can't do that right now. Or, I need some time for myself today. This can be challenging, especially if you're used to being the one everyone relies on. But remember, you can't pee